Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm Paul Jasson, your host. Thank you for joining us. Another beautiful day in Lancaster and Fairfield County as we do the show down in the lobby of Fairfield Federal, right on the square downtown, where so much has happened throughout the entire year, and it still will be as we move into the fall and into the holiday seasons, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. A lot always goes on behind us at the bandstand. It's a real focal point. Pleasure to be with you as we do it. We're going to talk about the Lancaster High School Band of Gold. That's what our first segment will be about today. And who else would we talk to other than the director of the Band of Gold, Ben Factor. Ben, welcome.
Thank you. Yep.
How many years for you now at Lancaster?
This is year 10.
And I don't think I knew that. Maybe we talked at one of the Memorial Day services. Perhaps that's where it came up. But you're a Fairfield County boy. Is that correct?
No, I was actually raised in Grove City.
Grove City, okay.
Yeah, but I started my career here in Fairfield County at Liberty Union.
I guess that's what I'm thinking of. Your first band was there.
That's right.
And you lived up in that area?
Years. Yeah, I still live in Baltimore.
Okay. So you make the drive every day.
That's right.
You're going to put a bypass in pretty soon. You'll be able to take that.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Good luck on that.
Yeah.
I mean, the pain, I hope, is worth the outcome on that, because that's a big intersection right there at
Yes.
158. And good luck on that. Have they started working on that? I know there's been some closings and different things.
Hey, I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, well, good luck. Anyway, this is the 43rd annual Lancaster High School Band Invitational. That's, even I, being a kind of a band geek about that stuff, I didn't realize that. Who was the first band director at Lancaster that started this?
It was Bill Whitman in 1981.
Yeah, we all remember Brother Bill. He's the head of the... And he was the head of for several years there, and then went to Newark and was over there for quite a while. Now he's back with the Lancaster Handbell Ensemble from First Presbyterian Church. He operates out of there and does that. We'll have him on here in a couple weeks to talk about that too. But sounds like you've got a big show headed up here, and the date is Saturday, October 21st, coming up real fast. Full house?
Full house, 16 bands. That's the max that we're allowed by OMEA. So we're very excited to have so many groups, and some very, very good groups too, big groups.
Will most of the bands be from Central and Southern Ohio, or where do you pull from?
We get bands from all over. Typically they remain somewhat close, so we get some local bands, but we get some that are a little further. We get bands from a little further east and south. We have Marietta coming, Belpre from East Ohio.
Sure.
So they travel for a little
Any
ways.
in Fairfield County in it?
Yeah, we do have some Fairfield County bands. Bloom Carroll will be there.
Okay.
As a lot of times they do. So.
Are there usually more bands? Is it first come, first serve? Is that kind of how it works, or is there a pecking order? How do you decide?
Registration opens on June 1st. It's first come, first serve.
Okay.
Some contests will have room all the way up until a couple weeks beforehand, and bands can sign up. We filled up very quick this year, and I think that has a lot to do with the consistency of our show, how it's run for the last 43 years, and certainly the new press box on the turf in the last 5 years has helped too.
They know they're going to get whatever they are going to do on the field. It will be there to help them, not hurt them.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure you've had some years where that's been a challenging event. Everybody undergoes that. I get that. Everybody marches on the same field, no matter what. But it's far more fun to be on that. Now, you guys, I've had occasion over the summer before school started to go out there, and I'd see you at the one parking lot where you come down the hill on your right. I saw you out there, and I saw you other places. So you guys are practicing well before school ever started.
Yeah, we practice all the way through the summer,
Yeah.
and we start a little bit in June, not a whole lot, but a little bit. Get ready for the 4th of July parade, take a little bit of time off, and then we're back at it end of June or end of July and all the way through August.
So how many of these of band contests does Lancaster? How many do you get in? You get in one about every week?
Not quite, just about.
Really?
4 that we go to, including
Okay.
our own, and then OMEA state finals, which is end of October, beginning of November.
So that's everything's about showtime right now here, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody comes. So you're at all the Friday night football games. I don't know, do you go to all the away games? I know
Most
we
of them.
didn't go to one. We went to Ironton when I was in school. We didn't make the trip to Ironton, but Upper Arlington and Newark and all the ones within contiguous.
And that's pretty much what we do too.
Okay.
We typically have chosen one that's a little further away, or maybe it's a weekend where we have a longer contest the next day.
Sure.
And we've been doing those community concerts, which we started during
Yeah. And that's worked out
2020.
well?
It's worked out great, and the community's demands that we do those each year
I
is
can
really
imagine.
great, because there are a lot of residents that don't go to football games, don't go to contests, but they love to bring their lawn chair
Sure.
and have a free concert on a beautiful Friday night.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, I don't know what, I guess they'd be called band boosters, but they're pretty much probably parents of band members, a lot of them, and perhaps past band members, but you have a solid group of folks that help you.
Yes, we do.
Good people.
Yeah, they're absolutely great. They donate a lot of time, and they're very skilled at a lot of things. We can get anything done.
Now, you are the band director. How many assistants do you have?
Well, on our marching band staff, we have we have about 5.
Okay.
That come and go. Some are there every day, and some are there once a week, twice
And
a week.
there's band directors within the Lancaster school system?
Some are.
Junior highs? Or?
Yep. Yeah. Jared Smith is my marching band assistant. He's the Thomas Ewing director. He's the assistant for the marching band.
Sure.
And Sean Schutz is a general music teacher over at Thomas Ewing. He's our percussion instructor.
Okay.
Megan Vaught's our color guard instructor, and then we have Jeff Cherry, who helps out a couple days a week with marching, and we also have Evan Schaffner, who was an IT guy at Lancaster High School, now at Fairfield Union,
Liberty Union boy.
and a Liberty Union boy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right, and he does our sound. So
Nice.
everything's amplified
Nice.
now. So
And does that change somewhat when it becomes strictly symphonic band?
it does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You have a
everything
different
changes during
staff
the day.
and-
Yeah. So that goes down to our four main directors that are there during the school
And,
day.
and
our
that
faculty.
starts about after the last contest or about after the last football game?
We actually do concert band year round now. So
Okay.
yeah, during the school day we have 3 concert bands: freshman band, concert band, and symphonic band, 7th, 8th, 9th period, and we rehearse from the very first day of school all the way to the end.
So again, it's the Lancaster Band of Gold Invitational coming up on Saturday, October 21st from 5 p.m. till maybe 10 p.m.
About 10. Awards will be just shortly before 10 o'clock.
Okay, if everything's on schedule and you tried, I'm sure you
Oh,
run a
it's
tight
always on
ship.
schedule. That's
You
right.
Run a tight ship on that. So we're looking forward to that. So what does each band do? They have so many minutes they're allowed to be out there, and is that how it's all timed out?
That's right. It's a 15-minute block to do everything, and that includes setting up, warming up, taking the field, tearing things down afterwards, and that for some bands that takes a little longer. So they have a window of time to perform, anywhere from 6 minutes up to 11 minutes.
Okay.
And they have to stay within that window for their actual performance time, from the first note or first step to the very last sound, 6 to 11 minutes. And that gives them a little cushion room in
Sure.
the beginning and the end to do all the logistics.
And some
stuff.
probably are closer to the 6-minute level. Some probably push the 11-minute.
Yep,
Yep.
that's right.
Okay. And you lose a few points or something if you go over your time allotted?
Yeah, there's penalties in case you go over or under, which doesn't happen very much, especially at the end
Sure.
of the season. They've worked
Sure.
out all the bugs.
And I think you would, and talking with Bill Whitman and Jim Morgan, another friend of mine who was in the bands and did that, you have adjudicators. Would that be the judges that do this? These are professional musicians or professional band people that travel around and do this.
That's right. Yeah, so up in the press box, we'll have 2 music adjudicators, a visual adjudicator, 2 general effect adjudicators, an auxiliary adjudicator for the color guard, and then on the field there's a percussion adjudicator.
Okay. So it's a pretty well-oiled machine that 43 years you kind of got the basics down here, huh?
We've done it for a long time, and we're very proud of it.
Okay, well, very good. It's got to be very cool. You mentioned the press box and the new field at Fulton Field there, and I think that's where I was going to go before too. You don't get a practice. Do you get a practice on that very much during the season? Actual practice. I know you march on it during the game, but are you allowed on it? Because I know that's a busy place down there.
It's very busy. There's a lot of games going on, a lot of practices. For us, we get out there a handful of times.
Okay.
We could probably get out there more, but for a marching band to take the field and practice, it takes a lot of effort. We have to bring bring a truck and a trailer, unload everything, set up everything. So it's a little more difficult for us than it would be for some of the sports teams just to show up and practice.
Well, where's back in the day, it was behind the high school, but you've got some construction work going on there now. There's some things happening there. So when you're not on that football field, where do you actually practice?
Yeah, the last couple of years we've been up a staff parking lot, which is the lot
we
where the hill
about.
is, right in front of the main office. And that's worked great for us. The faculty at Lancaster High School have been really great about getting out at a certain time so we can take the field and we can practice. And it's a good location. We got the natural hill there that I can stand on. I don't need a tower for the next few years. It's worked out great.
Ben Factor, who is the director of the Band of Gold, Lancaster High School, talking about the big Band of Gold Invitational, 43rd annual coming up on Saturday, October 21st, coming up very quickly. And we talked a little bit of construction going on behind the high school now, from somebody that will change their location and go to that new location. I'm sure it'll be, I don't know about bigger, but I'm sure it'll be better than ever, being 50 plus years old, what the conditions you're in now, although that's still pretty nice, I'll say that. Lancaster High School for 50 plus years still looks darn good, I'll say that. But that's got to be exciting thinking about what exists out there in the future in a couple years.
Yes. And it's right around the corner from the current band room. I can see the front door where that will be. So I get to see that almost 7 days a week because I'm there a lot. So I look out there and there's noticeable changes pretty much every day. They're working hard.
Is that school year 2020? If everything went well, is it 2025?
2026. August 2026 is what they're saying right now. They're working pretty hard, so I'm excited to see
3 years
progress.
And clouded dust and the band to be out there. Now, will you have different practice facilities once that opens up? Will they have facilities even beyond that or out in that area?
Yeah, just north of the new school, towards OUL.
Toward OUL?
Yeah, we'll have a parking lot that'll be used for big events, but it'll be our field for practices on a regular basis.
You know, I think about Columbus schools, and you go to enough of them, area and management of land is important up there. Some of them aren't much bigger than their school. But and Scott Burry mentioned this to me, your principal, years ago, that from Thomas Ewing at the Ball Diamond all the way back there, past now where Lancaster is, past what will be the new high school, that will all be Lancaster High School campus. That, in this day and age, that's pretty rare.
It really is.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
To have that, and your big music room, have a lot of additions out there, things you aren't able to get in now.
Yeah, that'll change a lot as far as the opportunities we're able to add to the students. We'll have practice rooms, we'll have two rehearsal spaces.
Nice.
We'll have a lot of office space storage.
Band room be bigger?
It'd be much bigger, yeah.
Much bigger.
Much bigger.
How many are in the band right now, the actual band?
The entire high school program, we have about 150.
Is that what March?
No, we have about 100 that March.
100 that March?
Yeah.
So the number's back up again. I know it fluctuates.
Yeah, since COVID, we've built things up a little bit.
Good.
And then our beginning band start has changed some too. So we changed that about 5 years ago, and those numbers are starting to build. We start in 6th grade now. Numbers are huge. Kids are more successful, and that's helping a lot.
Yeah, I certainly want to thank you too. The Band of Gold always is at our veterans events on Memorial Day, and then coming up there'll be on Veterans Day here, November 11th. The band coming adds so much to that event, the buglers and the pomp and circumstance that they add. So it's the 43rd annual Band of Gold Invitational. It's Saturday, October 21st. You got food out there. You got tons of entertainment. What's the cost to get in?
$9.
$9. That's all day.
That's right.
All day.
Tickets are available online, so buy your tickets in advance.
Online tickets, very good.
Great, $10 at the door.
Very good. 43rd annual Band of Gold Invitational. Going to be exciting. Good weather. We hope for a perfect day like this.
That's right.
The field will be in good shape. We do know that. Ben Factor with the Lancaster High School Band of Gold. We'll be right back.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairfield what it is.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Fairfield County has so many wonderful resources for those in addiction with mental health issues. There's so many great court supports to promote accountability so that there's just a positive change across the board. There's so many great interactions within all the community agencies. The Adam H Board is wonderful at providing resources for the whole population to be able to make sure that all those barriers are met and that those needs are taken care of.
I like working in Fairfield County because it provides me the opportunity to make positive change where I live. Fairfield County has a great network for veterans to help. It makes me proud that we know we take care of our veterans here.
I'm kind of new to it. I've been here for about a year, but it's interesting because you get a little bit of everything. We're right here smack in between the big city of Columbus and Appalachia. So you get to work with all kinds of people, get to do all kinds of things. But my favorite thing about Fairfield County is the people. They are passionate, they are fun, they are engaged, and it's a great place to work.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hello friends, welcome back to Fairfield Today. I think a couple of weeks ago we talked to Clarence McCoy about the Lancaster Community Chorus. We like to talk about kind of the arts and those area of things, and Lancaster is fortunate to have a lot of singing groups that perform and do different things, but we're also blessed to have our groups of live theater. We've got several, at least 2 or 3 that I'm aware of, maybe more, we'll find out, but that do live theater here and keep that performance art alive here. One of them is the Lancaster Playhouse. We always like to talk about them because they do such a great job, and they have one coming up here called Bedroom Farce. We'll find out about that. We've got a couple people here that know about this, that I'll try to get all the information from them. They know it. On my far right is Darnell Lautt, and you are the director.
Yes.
And a performer?
No,
just the director,
right.
And the set designer. We'll show you that in a little bit. And then Jane O'Brien, who is the president of the Lancaster Playhouse Board, and also this year a participant in there. You are the lovely Kate?
Yes.
Kate, listed as a fun-loving practical joker. Would that be would that be the way it is?
That's the way it is.
That would be it. Well, good.
Yep.
So this is Bedroom Farce. It's going to be October 21st, 27th, 28th at 7:30, and then the 22nd and 29th at 2 p.m. matinees. So 5 performances. That's more than normal, isn't it?
Well,
a little bit?
Yes. Well, we used to do 3, then we did 4, and coming out of the pandemic, in March of 2023, we did the 3 Musketeers, and we came back strong with 5 sold-out performances of the 3 Musketeers.
In my mind, I think the people that put so much work into this, including people like you, plus the performers, the other performers, they probably enjoy that because it so often if you have a choir or something, you work so hard, you do 1 performance and then we'll see you. So you get to do more. So I'm sure everybody's on board with 5?
Oh yeah, the actors are, definitely.
For sure.
We're changing things up a little bit. We really felt felt our audiences like matinees.
Sure.
So in order to have 2 Sunday matinees, we're opening on Saturday night. We don't open on a Friday, so just be aware, October 21st is Saturday. So
Okay,
we're
that's a
opening
little
on a
different.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
We have a Sunday matinee, and then all that great word of mouth. We're looking forward to a sold-out weekend, our
Yeah,
second
I'm
weekend,
sure.
and we'll be Friday, Saturday night, and Sunday matinee.
Well, it's going to be good. Bedroom farce. Darnell, you're the director. Tell us a little bit about bedroom farce. Now we have a little, I guess, a visual aid here to help us on that, which Shane will get a shot of right here.
Yeah,
that's the set of Bedroom Farce.
Yeah.
And what's it about? Obviously about a bedroom. I'm going to
about
guess.
3 bedrooms.
Okay, very good.
That's interesting.
Very
That Alan Ayckbourn, the British playwright who wrote it, he wrote it in mid-70s, and it is set in. We're setting it in 1975 somewhere in London in 3 separate bedrooms.
Okay.
And he had never written a play set in a bedroom. And people asked him about it. He said, "Well, okay, I'll write one with 3." But there are 8 characters in the play, 4 couples, and they are all there are no bit players. They are all leading players. The characters are all they're all equal in it.
Okay.
So there are 4 couples, and we have bedrooms for 3 of them. We see their bedrooms, and the 4th couple invade all the others. So
that's the farce.
That's the farce. There's the older couple. Their older couple are the parents of the husband in the youngest couple, and they're the ones we don't see their bedroom, and so they're experiencing some turmoil in their marriage, and they bring it to everybody else. Jane's character and her husband are having a housewarming party, and another couple that would be attending the party. The husband has injured his back, so he's in bed the whole play. Most of the play, when he's not on the floor, giving too much away. Anyway,
Did spoil.
And now is this like 2-3 acts or
It's
an
2
intermission?
acts. It's 2 acts.
2 acts. Intermission.
Well, intermission, and the action is actually, starts about 7 o'clock on a Saturday evening and ends about 8 o'clock in the next morning.
Okay.
So it's even between the 2 actions,
Okay.
in between the 2 acts, it's sort of a continuous
Now,
action.
Darnell, you are the director on this. Have you directed before?
I have.
Yes.
I have.
First one here at the Playhouse?
The first one at the Playhouse.
Okay.
And the first time directing in a long time.
Okay.
In an earlier life, I was a professor at a small liberal arts college teaching theater and did lots and lots of plays.
Sure.
In fact, this is the first time in my life that I'm directing a play that I've directed before.
Really?
Yeah. So
This is from your college days?
This from when I was teaching, in the college days, and decided to offer it to the board and so forth. And then I said that was in a much earlier life, and then I spent a good deal of time at the Wexner Center for the Arts working in the marketing department.
Okay.
And when I finally retired, I wanted to get back into it, and first did acting with several of the local community theaters, and last spring with the Lancaster Playhouse in the Three Musketeers.
You might recognize Darnell. He was dark in the beard, bit of a wig.
Put a wig on.
He played Athos in the Three Musketeers.
Yep. Now, Jane, you are again the board president, but also today you are, for this purposes today, you are a participant. Again, you are Kate in this. How about your acting career? Goes back a ways?
I just had to write a bio. I know this. I think, like a lot of people, I acted in high school and college, and my husband and I, we've raised 5 kids, so I walked away from the theater. We were empty nesters, moved down to Lancaster, and Rosemary Hajost,
love her,
one of our founding members,
yes,
cast me in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Nice.
I was Bridget, the Irish maid. And that was my first time back on stage in 35 years. And I've done a few shows with the Lancaster Playhouse, I think 4 or 5. So I ended up, I run ticket sales. Get online and buy your tickets. Yes, we'll talk about that more. So I started off running ticket sales, and then I slid onto the board, and I was vice chair. And during the pandemic, our chair stepped away, and I became the chair. So I've been
It's,
doing that for a couple of years now, I guess.
It's the LancasterPlayhouse.org. That's the website. And again,
Don't forget the the. Everyone for
the.
the.
We'll say
Lang-
the. It's,
yeah,
it's,
okay.
you spell it the,
yes.
but it's the
LancasterPlayhouse.org.
And on there and it's a good website. Lots of good information about
Thank you.
past and future and things going on and have gone on. But opportunity to get tickets.
Yes.
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 And that's the way to get them.
Well, I want to shout out to Jessie Davis, who does our website. She does a wonderful job. You can buy online. You can link to it through our website. We use Ludus. It's a lovely ticket buying site. It's really, people have been very happy with it, haven't got a lot of phone calls. If you don't want to order online, you're not comfortable putting your credit card number on the web, whatever, you can call our box office. All I ask is that you leave a message, because the box office is a cell phone on my mantle. And I check the messages every morning, and I return calls, and I can process your order online.
Would that be the 740-407-2784 number?
Correct.
Okay.
And
So
that's
that's
on
a
our
number called
website.
Leave a Message, all the information
Leave
that
a
might be
message,
needed.
and I'm happy to hook you up with your tickets.
Okay. Going to be an exciting time. How long you've been at this now?
About a month of rehearsal.
Okay.
Yeah, almost.
know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
If you think about it, you would never do it again.
yes.
So
Well,
again,
we've got a great, a very busy but exciting 2 weeks
Sure.
ahead of us till we open. And,
Bedroom Farce,
Yep.
and again, it's a couple different weekends. A little bit different timing than it normally is. October 21, 27, 28.
Saturday, Friday, Saturday. So the Friday and Saturday
Oh, okay.
performances are in the evening at 7:30. The Sunday matinees, October 22nd and
22 and
29th, are at 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
So 5 opportunities to do this. You may want to come back and see it again,
You
because there's
might.
always events that in there because laughing and having a good time. You might not get to see
it
it.
is a funny show.
It's a very funny
great.
show.
It's great. Yep.
And this is one that you recommended to the
It
group
is.
here.
It is. And
they bought into that.
They bought into it.
We
I'm
did.
grateful. I'm grateful to the board for buying into it, and very
Well,
very grateful for the support that I'm getting from all the board members.
Good.
We talked about the set a bit. Ken Culver, the one who was a founding
The
member
one
of the
and
board,
only.
right?
Yes.
I said at the board meeting, I said we need a place to build this set because we're not moving into Maria's until Sunday.
Sure.
And so he said, well, I'll find a spot. And then he said, if in a pinch, would a 3-car garage work? And I said, sure. And so we are at Ken's 3-car garage, which has now a name. I can't even remember. But anyway, it's the place where it's happening.
Yes.
And he doing just jumping in and really working at it. And
People
it's great.
like
It's
you
great.
mentioned Rosemary earlier,
Yeah.
and people mentioned Ken. I mean, these folks are legendary for the community, not only for this, but certainly the years at Lancaster Playhouse. So it's going to be an exciting time, October 21, 27, and 28, 7:30 p.m. And then also on Sundays, October 22 and 29 at 2 p.m. So an opportunity for if the evening doesn't work out,
Right.
you have matinees, and I'm sure that's part of the madness here to
That's
include all
absolutely.
that.
Yeah. If I could just add one thing, we were talking. You mentioned Rosemary and Ken. They are 2 founding members of the board.
Yes.
And when I suggested I would like to do this play, the board got the script and we met with the board. Both of them were just so enthusiastic, and Rosemary said, I read this 3 times, and I haven't laughed so much reading a play in a long time.
And
So,
she's very knowledgeable.
that's
Yes,
for sure.
she is. Yes,
That's for
she
sure.
So
is.
our guests here have been Darnell Lautt, who is the director of Bedroom Farce, and Jane O'Brien, who is the president of the Lancaster Playhouse Board, and also one of the participants, one of the 8 leads, as we'll say in this. It's going to be a fun time. Crack them up. Enjoy that. It's right up here, Maria's, maybe 100 yards from where we are right now. So beautiful venue in there with the big stage and everything like that. Good luck. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you very
Farce. The LancasterPlayhouse.org, the website, everything you need to know, 740-407-2784 if you need to use that to get your tickets to. Good luck to both
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.